Hi, I'm Avocor Senior VP and GM Dana Corey. We're excited to share a few things with you in this video, including an overview of the interactive flat panel and collaboration market, a quick intro to Avocor and who we are, a market and Avocor State of the Union with rAVe Pub's founder, Gary Kayye, and our own CEO, Scott Hix, and myself, a finance banking vertical use case with Western Union, and we'll finish up with a reseller perspective with Julian Phillips, Senior VP of Global Workplace Solutions at AVI SPL. Thanks for joining us.
That was a great piece covering the UCC market and kind of where we are today. I want to first off welcome Dana Corey, the general manager for Avocor. Dana, how are you?
Hey, Gary, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's been a great day so far. Scott Hix, founder, CEO of Avocor. How are you?
Good, guys. How's everybody?
Doing great. Look, the market has changed. Let's first cut to the chase. Everyone's wondering about collaboration. I mean, soft collaboration obviously growing big time because of COVID-19. Where do you see the future of this, Dana? Future of collaboration with this new world we're going to enter after COVID?
Yeah, I think, well, one, we've got this proliferation of video now across every age level, just about from grandparents to younger, plus this idea of video being so relevant and getting used to the idea where we, for a while there in corporate, we're fighting the idea of whether being on camera or not. It seems now that we're going to go back to work in an office environment with a much more video-based element. So I think people are going to come back with demanding better tools in the meeting rooms, not only video, but beyond that, including the interactivity part of it.
Yeah, and do you think, Scott, we have the right tools now? I mean, y'all have, first off, y'all, kudos to Avocor. Y'all have gone from nowhere to everywhere instantaneously, like less than 3 years. You've also, you're really the only collaboration board company. I mean, that's really your expertise. You've kind of got your wheelhouse in that, and you lead it. I mean, I think you've done a fantastic job. How do you see these changes affecting you?
Yeah, well, for us from day one, and when we say we have the right tools, I talk about we in the context of Avocor and the partnerships. We're one piece of a big puzzle that comes together.
Yeah, and you guys are sitting in the perfect position because you're right in the middle of the collaboration industry. And like you said, Scott, people are going to go back to the office. And when they go back to the office, it's interesting where we used to have meetings in person. We're going to have more video meetings even inside the office now because of the new world. So where do you see the future of interactive display market or collaboration boards, Dana?
I think we're going to see it, to Scott's point about the software side of it, as they bring more and more tools around interactivity, like what Zoom is doing in Zoom rooms and Teams and so forth. That drives this opportunity for us as well. And I think, you know, the future of it really just comes into, if we're going to meet and spend the time to meet as people, let's make it more meaningful and more productive, finally.
Yeah,
And I think
Dana, one of the things that's really curious as a CEO with employees around the world, that when this first hit, the first question that Dana and myself and the management had to ask ourselves is, what's the big concern? And first and foremost was the people, the health of the people, their friends, their family, their community. I've already heard statistics that pre-coronavirus, less than 5% of the workforce was remote, working at home. And I can,
Wow.
I was a big believer that I wanted my team in that kind of nucleus of an office, because there's an energy you get, an interactivity you gain walking through the hallways, having lunch together. But I will say that the new norm, when we go back on probably on a good day, I could see 20% plus, I'm hearing statistically, of employers that are going to keep a certain segment of their people working from home.
probably add to that too, Gary. Think about the idea of distance learning now in an office environment. So if you have more workers working from home, which is still out there, to Scott's point, but when you're in the office, can I educate and work with people from a room base to those individuals out there? And how do we make that productive, outward facing? I mean, I know you know this better than anybody in your work world. So, this idea of distance learning, collaborating to groups but are now remote, will become even more important.
And one thing I want to mention is you've got some videos here on the bottom of the page at the end of the day that will open up that allow you to see the new products that Avocor has. And you've got a great new product line, new set of product lines. You're in a really good position, and you've expanded, originally just US and the UK, you've expanded all over EMEA. You're all over the world basically now. Congratulations to your success and what y'all have done. I'm excited to see what you do in the future. And thanks for joining me. I know you got a lot more to cover here today. We're going to show some case studies of some special systems that you've done. And I'm happy to be part of this segment of your time here. So thanks for inviting me.
My name's Tom Oriel. I am the IT manager of messaging and AV. Our business is mainly sending money across borders with different currency. We're the primary company to do that with. We moved last summer. Our CEO wanted a collaborative space, and you'll find that all our desks are open. There's no closed-in cubicles or anything. All the drawings that they did for this new building, you would just see the TV and no camera or anything. So it was like, that's not possible. Then we found the Hudley, and you can barely see it, and it works amazingly. The ability to follow people around and not having so much dead space, being closer to the people instead of, if it's zoomed out really far, you don't really get people's expressions and things like that. So the Zoom has been really helpful. We use the speaker off the Avocor. We use the IQ's microphone. There's noise cancellation that's done through Zoom. We don't have any issues with feedback or anything. They work really well together. We have really good quality meetings, both remotely, on the far end and in the room.
At our old office with the old technology, I was often running around the building all throughout the day, helping people with their meetings, helping them get connected, helping them work through issues. Since we moved to the new technology, that's gone down a huge amount as far as how hands-on or how much hand-holding I need to do for users.
Hudley right now is our go-to camera for any new meeting rooms that we roll out throughout the company. And we're looking at expanding to all of our offices worldwide.
Hi, this is Dana Corey. I'm Senior VP and GM here at Avocor. I'm with Tom Oriel, who is the Group Leader, E2C Engineering and Collaboration at Western Union. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. We just saw the video of Western Union, which is obviously a very exciting project for both of us. We've always been proud to be part of that and appreciate our partnership together with you and Western Union. Wanted to walk through a couple of things today, if you don't mind. First one with you is around what kind of problem were you trying to address or solve at the Denver office for Western Union? Can you walk us through a little bit of that?
Sure. So in our old building, and the reason we brought on Avocor was we were moving to a new building, and it was obvious that we needed to have a better solution. We kind of had a hodgepodge of mainly just regular displays along with Polycom equipment. We found that, we weren't able to lock them down enough so that people wouldn't break them. The quality of the meetings, there would be a lot of support issues that we had. So we were looking for a solution that would enable us to better control how things would work. So, we would get really good quality along with touch, and then also add the ability to lock down things like people being able to change the volume and source and things like that.
Yeah, and what a big installation it is and was, and it's been hopefully been a success for you guys. I think well over at least 250, if not 300 rooms, right, Tom?
Right, somewhere around there. Every office and every conference room.
Yeah. So we obviously one of our favorites for sure. Do you think now in retrospect, because it's been, I think, about 2 years or so, I think, of real-time working,
Getting
if not
close,
more,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think could you say that you've addressed some of the goals and business outcomes you're trying to seek, both on the objective you said at the beginning and maybe some new things, or how would you kind of rate the overall, outcomes?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been amazing. You walk around any floor, doesn't matter what department, people are standing up in front of the Avocor, drawing on the whiteboard. And it's, because we're a global company, I think it's been able to kind of tie us together a lot more, where, normally a video conference is great and it adds a lot, but, the whiteboard ability has added so much to it where multiple people can be drawing at the same time. So I think it's really helped the company a lot, kind of get closer, even though we're all around the world.
Tom, we've obviously loved our partnership together and hope to do a lot more. Obviously, interesting times here. We're both virtual or from home here as we're during COVID. But again, thank you so much for your time and really appreciate the partnership, Tom. Yeah, very good. Well, Julian Phillips, you're Senior VP of Global Workplace at AVI SPL / Whitlock. Correct. Yes.
Yeah. No longer the slash. As of a couple of weeks ago, we confirmed the merger, so it is AVI SPL, but formerly known as Whitlock.
Yes. Well, congratulations, and thanks for coming on with me here. So we're going to walk through just a couple of topics with you today on this exciting launch event. First one, AVI SPL and Whitlock have done a lot of business together with Avocor over the years, including one of our most exciting projects called Western Union, and the growth they did with the Zoom room environments there. When you look at Avocor, particularly around either that project, just in general, what do you like about Avocor? Can you share some thoughts there for us?
I think first and foremost, Dana, like every technology partnership that we have in the industry, you have to be able to do business with an organization that is easy to do business with, that you like the people that you're doing business with, and that the value proposition of the products and the solutions is very strong in the market. And Avocor ticks every single one of those boxes. So that's a good thing. The other aspect is it's a highly relevant platform right now.
So next question, kind of going down the same category path, if you will, interactive flat panels, and especially what we're seeing by the growth of the UC software players, by Zoom, Team, and many others. In these all digital meetings that they're having to share content with. What are your perspective on the category? Kind of expanding on the first point you just made, but just as a category in general, what are you seeing or feeling?
So here are the two things we're seeing. First and foremost, pretty much every single customer we do business with is accelerating their path into their unified communication platform of choice. And obviously, if you follow the market dynamics, then Microsoft is the leader in that. And we've seen a massive explosion in the use of Teams and the demand to be able to migrate into a Teams environment. And by bringing Teams together with O365, what you're not just doing is providing communication and collaboration, you're actually bringing data, you're bringing documents, you're bringing all of those other elements in the enterprise together through a single system. And that serves the interactive whiteboard experience exceptionally well. The other thing that we're seeing, especially now, and I have one this afternoon, which is our weekly Zoom happy hour that we have every Friday afternoon, along with millions of other people, is a significant explosion in the use of video. And again, this is where Zoom has obviously been it's almost becoming the Hoover of the video business. And my kids are talking about Zooming people as opposed to actually doing video chat. So it's fascinating to me how video has been validated over the last several weeks And I think that when we go back to the meeting environment in our corporate offices, whenever that may be, there will be a video first culture that is actually driven through most enterprises in the world.
Very insightful, as always, Julian. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. So our last question here together, and I wish I could do this for a lot longer, but Avocor is a preferred partner with AVI SPL, a very elite status that we're very proud of and very excited to be part of it. We are also obviously a big partner prior to all this with Whitlock and with you and the team. So this all keeps us going and obviously having one group here. Can you share a little more about the future of the newly combined AVI SPL that might relate to our business? Again, I don't want you to give anything away that you can't, but just what can you share, any kind of energy that you're seeing in the new combined group?
I think the new organization is very strong. It obviously has global reach. And also the other aspect is that because of our size and strength now, we get to compete with what a lot of customers actually thought was their only option. And that was to actually go to an IT integrator to do things at an enterprise global level, but not to have the expertise in AV and UC. And I think we now can compete head to head with those style of organizations. And that means that we're actually providing a much better value to our customers by bringing our unique expertise and experience, as well as the scale and the enterprise class service delivery as well.
Julian, big fan, always been a big fan. So appreciate that you could take time for us here and the insights you gave. And as I mentioned before, I'd love to continue further, but thanks very much for joining me today here.
It's always great partnering with you, Dana, and anytime.